Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Bidu Isra of Standard 7. Today I am going to speak about social media and false propaganda. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا أن تصيبوا قوما ما بجهالة فتصبحوا على ما فعلتم نادمين. O you who believe, if a disobedient person comes to you with a piece of information, verify it lest you harm people unwittingly and then regret what you have done. Most commentators agree that this verse was revealed about Walid bin Uqba bin Abi Mu'ayth. The story goes, when the tribe of Banu al-Mustalik became Muslim, the Prophet Muhammad sent Walid bin Uqba to collect zakat from them. However, Walid became afraid and returned to Medina without meeting the tribe, and falsely reported to the Prophet that they had refused to pay zakat and had threatened to kill him. The Prophet Muhammad was deeply disturbed by this report and considered sending a force to punish the tribe. However, the leader of the tribe, Harith bin Dirar, the father of al-Mu'minin Juwayriya, arrived in Medina with a delegation and explained that they had not seen Walid, let alone refused to pay zakat or threatened to kill him. They assured the Prophet of their commitment to Islam and their willingness to pay zakat. This incident highlights the importance of verifying information before acting on it, especially when it comes to matters that can harm others. In today's age of social media, it is easy for false information to spread quickly and cause harm to individuals and organizations. Many prominent personalities, whether they are politicians, social activists, or educational institutions, are often targeted by false propaganda on social media. This can lead to their reputation being damaged and they can suffer irreparable harm. This incident highlights the importance of verifying information before acting on it. The Prophet Muhammad once asked his companions, "Do you know who is bankrupt?" They replied, "A bankrupt person is one who has no money or wealth." The Prophet Muhammad said, "The bankrupt person in my ummah is one who comes on the day of judgment with prayers, fasting and zakat, but has insulted people, falsely accused them, consumed their wealth, unjustly killed them or beaten them. His good deeds will be taken away and given to those whom he has wronged. If his good deeds are not enough, their good deeds will be taken and given to those whom he has wronged." This hadith paints a frightening picture of the day of judgment, where a person will be held accountable for their actions and their good deeds will not be enough to save them if they have harmed others. Here, I want to conclude my speech with a beautiful verse of the Quran from Surah Al-Isra, verse number 36. وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَٰئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. And Allah warns us in the Quran, "And do not pursue of which you have no knowledge. Indeed, the hearing, the sight and the heart, about all those will be questioned." Thank you one and all.